Hey, Bri, doesn't it suck that the boss is always over our shoulder when we're trying to talk?
Jay, he should be entertained by us. Let's get out of here and finish this conversation.
All right, as long as it's not work-related.
Jay!
B!
How's it going?
Listen to you. I'm great. You sound a little down, my friend. What's up?
Nothing's up. I want to welcome everyone to the Work Related Podcast.
We are related by work on Twitter. I mean, you're sad. I had to put my my buddy Groot's pictures on there.
Yeah, I saw it was showing us Selena and stuff, and we showed the kids.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, with their mouths open, like looking at each other.
It would have been great to show them off, but I was like very private. I even still... I was happy to talk about it. It was like I said, it was like a big part of my daily fucking shit. It's weird. Like I miss him and I have that. And the more I think about it, like I haven't really thought of it that much. I still have the cage.
That cage is massive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like he shouldn't be caught wild, but we did the best that we could to keep him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He
That's
liked
like a
being
condo
in there.
building.
It is. I don't know. So yeah, now we have a whole bunch of those fucking cages that we have to fucking we have to take it all down. You would think I have nothing better to do than just to take it all down, but. I'm just starting to get back to myself, so I'm still in that process.
Yeah.
I still feel a certain way looking at the cage. Like it's weird. Like it's not because 7 years is hardly a lifetime. It's his lifetime, but it was like an everyday thing. You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't know how to say this. I don't miss all the chores that I had to do for him.
I was gonna ask, does it feel different, like on the day-to-day thing, like? Outside of you sitting down and seeing the cage and it hitting you, like does it feel different or
just like I don't know if I want to put this as real as I could possibly can. I think time heals all wounds, just like my IV. Like I don't think the hole is as big. I don't have to think long. Like as soon as I say that, I want to start, you know what I mean, like welling up a bit, and it still has that same kind of importance.
Yeah.
But because it's removed a little bit from me, from my own protection. Like I can't live in that space for loss.
No.
Like my parents' loss are greater. Her mom's loss. Every loss that I've felt over the last 5 years, you know, is significant. But I protect myself by trying not to think about it, or giving it more. Like maybe a more sentimental person thinks about it more or whatever. So it's not like daily we would have to do things for him, and slowly. Like I just don't look at the cage now thinking I have to do something. For the first couple of days, you look at the cage, go, oh yeah, I don't have to go get his food, or I don't have to clean the litter box.
Yeah.
The first time you look at it, you go, I don't get to do that. Like for the first time ever, like for 7 years, you go, I gotta go fucking make this guy's food. I gotta go, I gotta do all this, right? And like I said, he was always Tammy's raccoon. All the pets are hers, right? But I love him too. And so I said, like, she has enough going on here, and he was more my buddy than hers. So I wanted to do as much as I could, right? Like if I never wanted him to be there, a more whatever, I could have been like, no, you wanted him, you do all the work, and just sit back and make her have to do all these chores. And like, really, it's on her. I never made her do any of my grow room chores.
Yeah.
But when she see I was overwhelmed, she would always ask. When I would doing the trimming, she would always ask, just because you want to help somebody out. Like, don't want to see them always doing something. You know what I mean? Like while you want to get to chilling together or whatever. So in that vein, it was always good. But to long-wind your question, like every day you look at it less and less with like something to do in mind. Now I look at it, I go, I got to take this apart, right? Like I got to fucking like deconstruct it, and I can do that during the days, and I'm going to feel a certain way about it, and I'm not as. I don't know how to make this. The hole isn't as big thinking about it. I think I can look at back. So when I was looking up for those pictures, like in a matter of a minute, I go from sadness to happiness. Like, look, I'm so glad I did these pictures.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a picture person. These are where my best example of doing it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm an idiot because what I didn't do, we went to the X last weekend. The first thing I won a big raccoon. And I was like, I fucking should have taken a picture of me and the raccoon at the X.
Yeah.
Right? Like, great. Like, it would have worked out perfect.
Yeah.
I just didn't dawn on me to do it, right? Like, I'm just a horrible social media person or whatever. And so, but never mind for that. That's what people think now, or that's like me. That's what I just thought. But I would have had that picture and I would have remembered it. Like, I enjoy looking at pictures, but I don't do the work. Like my future self, never mind exercising and making yourself not be a caregiver. My future self yells at me for not taking enough pictures anymore.
Yeah, because like I take a lot of pictures, but Selena takes way more pictures than me. And she'll always go, I got to take a picture, And I just think in my head, like, you don't have to take a picture of that. Like, you don't have to take a picture of that. But then when the memory things pop up on your phone and it's like 5 years ago, remember this? And you're like, oh shit. Oh yeah. And like, oh, she took that picture. Oh wait, I didn't see her take this picture. Because we have a shared album, right? Like I can see her album, and it's like, okay, that's pretty. And then she'll send me stuff, and you'll be like, oh shit, oh yeah, I remember that. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
I don't think you ever. The way I know it's right, you never say, "Fuck, why'd you send me that picture?"
No.
You never go, "Ah, why did you take 20 pictures?"
No,
you just don't care about 5, 50, whatever of them, right? Like
Yeah.
You just like you laugh at the ones. Oh, look at this, whatever shot of the fucking ground or the parking lot, or why did I take that one? There's always something that sparks memories.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's shit like so with the like sometimes they're like, oh man, that was shit. But when you're looking at years later, when the time has healed the wound, it's always good to look at them.
Yeah.
It's always like I can never think of an example where like, fuck, I'm so sad I saw that picture. You know what I mean? Or this like that memory wall like came up and I see that. I see those and yeah, I admit like, but I haven't done anything about it. I'm making a grander thing about it. I do think it might be a generational thing.
It definitely.
Like you guys have grown up with camera phones.
Yeah.
So have I've had them for the exact same amount of time, but it's just never the go-to thing.
Yeah.
Like I still remember the photo booths. Like I still remember giving film to fucking the drugstore. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like it's not like I'm a baby from the fucking depression. You know what I mean? Like hiding shit in the walls. But you just, for me personally, it wasn't like photos. The pictures had more of a value to them. Like not like it cost more for a picture.
Yeah.
Now they don't cost anything.
Nothing
so
at all.
you should take them all. But I've never gotten grown out of it's a special, like everybody get together for the picture. You know, you think of the old timey ones where everybody had to sit in the same spot for 15 minutes and that big, like, the person's under the curtain.
Yeah. And the smoke comes out.
Yeah, like those people. So we had one picture every 10 years we took.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think I have more of that stupid mentality stuck in my head.
Yeah. Also, social media groomed a lot of that, right? A lot of picture taking.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because I still don't have an Instagram account.
Yeah.
I've never had the thought. I get it now. And I like pictures and videos on Twitter and all that kind of stuff too. But it's just like, it's just a picture. Like that was my thought. Like I don't know what I still have a bit of that thought, I guess.
It's funny. I think I've mentioned this before. I used to work at Fujifilm, and people used to send in their old pictures, and we used to have to like edit it up so that and digitize it, so like scanning and whatever. And like I would see so many old pictures, and I would sit there and look. Like I'm talking like freaking 1800s, early 1900s, like
sick.
Crazy pictures in Canada. And you just think like, oh, like these guys were taking, and then you see them all stand there and posing. Like, you know, when you see the old videos of like people standing and posing for the pictures and stuff, that's just the memory you have. You see the cars, like you see all the mustaches and shit, right? And the hats. And you're just like that. It's crazy to think that you're right. There was so much more value back then in a picture. Now, I probably have like 20,000 pictures. Yeah, like for the past since I have pictures from 2011.
Yeah, but you probably got all your phones. Like everything's been in the. So everything that you've taken since 2011 is in the cloud, or is it all in its individual phones?
It's in the cloud, and then I have a hard drive on my computer that has archive of all my pictures from before then. And Selena, she had pictures on her computer from before then, like same Polaroid, just we scanned them and stuff way back. And we have them all on our hard drive. And so we have, like, I have pictures of, like, so much shit. Just so much shit.
We're just even talking about the Selena Bryan era.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about the whole life.
Even before then, she still has pictures of, like, she was showing me pictures of her friend, Samantha, because it was Samantha's birthday. So she was getting pictures of them. And, like, they're, like, so young together. They're, like, freaking grade 9, grade 10. Like, you know what I mean? So it's, like... Yeah, it does.
It's never wrong.
It's never wrong. Right? Yeah, it's never. You're always happy that you took it, but you know.
I think like I just get caught up in the family production of putting it together when that doesn't need to be the case anymore.
Yeah,
like what Selena's good at, what you've done, and my buddy Rick is good, is just getting these candid photos.
Yeah, you just
don't even know, right? Yeah. Like the reason why Selena's videos of Sire soccer are so good and Kai's is that she's taken 1 million of them, and this is the one. You know what I mean? Like the kid scored 6 goals, so this is the best video of those 6 goals. So you didn't see all the bullshit. Yeah. Like I don't know. I'm also even guessing that if she takes 20, she might like instantly delete like 10 of them or something,
after,
right?
Yeah, she'll do it. She'll go through it after. But yeah, she has like 20 videos from each of their games, and you just
do you have many real photo, like picture, like, you know what I mean? Like back in the, I'm sure your mom has
My mom has
photo albums.
all of them. Yeah.
You don't have, how many pictures do you have here that aren't digital?
For me,
Like anything.
myself,
Yeah. You have no keepsake pictures.
we have some. Like we have a bunch because we used to have a photo wall in the TV room, and it used to be on the wall said family, and there was pictures of
I
everybody
think I remember that. Yeah, I saw that.
everyone family and like
Yeah.
friends and stuff. So we have like those.
You don't have a photo album.
No, Selena has a whole bunch of photos, and Selena's stepmom just sent her a whole bunch of photos of them when they were younger. And so, like, there's some photos here, but like in terms of like the family photo album, my mom's and my aunts, they all have those.
Yeah, I think I felt too sorry for myself for the like a broken family situation where I didn't really care to be part of it and to make fake pictures. Everything seemed fake. That's why the way it goes now is just like, no, you're catching the real situation.
Yeah.
Like those candid photos or when you're on vacation. Like I did enjoy making the little album that I took last time in the car and did all that. Part of it was
That
for like,
was
social
good.
media. Yeah,
I
but
like
it gets,
that.
but even like halfway through the vacation, just like
I know.
you know, like it just can't do it anymore because
I
I like
know.
living in it.
Yeah.
But it's a bad thought. Like I do need to pull myself out of that a
Yeah, a
little bit
picture
more.
only takes 3 seconds.
You're right. No, and I see, and you get all that joy of watching it back. I love watching, or not watching, looking at old like landscape pictures.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like going to Port Credit, like nobody knows, to go to Mississauga, see like Mississauga Road and Highway 10 from like 19
Yeah.
like 01.
It looks
And you can
crazy.
see like I know this building's here now, and see like I can't get enough of videos where they drive down San Francisco in 1905. And they got a camera on the back of this car, and there's no traffic lanes.
Yeah.
Like you see what it kind of really looked like back then.
Yeah.
And you just see everybody must see this fucking giant camera on the back of this truck because they're staring at it like they're looking at this
Yeah,
fucking
they're like,
weird
what
thing.
the hell?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just recently saw a video of someone, they're in downtown Toronto, and like this is like before the CN Tower and shit.
That's
and you're just
crazy.
like, what? Like there's no high rises, and like people are in these old ass cars and shit. It's big ass dresses.
I did it for my house. I did it for like when the house
you
was
did?
a lot, like when there was nothing there, when the foundation was there, when the whole thing. You know what's hilarious though? I don't know where they're at. If I had to tell you where, they're probably in an old phone. Like it was probably before the cloud.
Yeah,
And I just never really get, you know what I mean? Like I have no idea where that is right now.
that would be cool to see.
Yeah, that's why I took the pictures at the time.
Yeah.
But I might have even had a fucking BlackBerry. I don't even know. Like I just took the pictures. Now I don't even know where I left them.
Oh man,
Right? Like that's a problem too.
Yeah.
Right? Like even the whole cloud thing is like all fake news and shit. Like it's just like, okay, I guess all my shit's in. I'm paying $2 a month. Like you must pay $1 million. How much you pay a month in cloud storage? If you don't mind me asking.
Our thing is it's all included. So our YouTube Premium and like our YouTube Music and our cloud is all included. I think it's like
Oh, I think I only have an Apple Cloud.
$15, $17, something like that a month.
So yeah, I don't know. I could fucking talk about like old pictures like that all the time. This is where I get from watching these fucking old lost civilization shows.
Yeah.
Where like thousands of years of sand has covered over the memory of what was here, and like they got to use that under the ground fucking detection, and they can kind of piece together on what this might have been, or you know what I mean, like how these people lived and all that kind of stuff. But it's just like I want to see that. You look at the pyramids and see that now. Can you ever imagine? You can, because you've seen whatever. Just imagine it not a desert. Like it wasn't a desert.
That's crazy.
Like it just wasn't. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just like I go see the Grand Canyon. Well, it's like that's different. This is not being. I've had to do a lot of driving around fucking town or not just town, but all over the place. So I've been on the highways and byways and going. I go over the Credit River. It's not the Mississippi, but it's a big river. But it's a huge valley.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you ever if you're just thinking to yourself going over the highway and the rivers, at one time, was this the whole fucking valley? Like
Yeah,
prehistoric, you know
true.
what I mean? Like it wasn't like that's how the whole thing was carved out.
Yeah.
By water.
Yeah.
And so just pictures at that fucking time where that's what it looked like. And so yeah, I buzz out on. I just think it's like a high thought. Or just
It's
like
crazy.
But if you don't take the picture initially, you'll never know.
No.
That's crazy. So we gave short shrift to your phone last week. Out of all my personal bullshit,
Oh,
I almost
yeah.
forgot to do it, and it was like squeezed right at the end. So you still loving it? Is it still promising everything that you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
When this is what I remember saying that, like, so you don't even get to trust the pictures it takes anymore, because in the commercial, like, you can put a smile on everybody's face.
Yeah, you can do that. But it's by choice. It's not it doing it.
I know
You can do it.
but like, is the temptation to always alter the picture there,
or
or is it just a picture you're going to send to somebody else?
No, I almost always, because it takes like, if I take a picture of you right now, it takes like 8 of it, right? And then if one of them you're smiling and one you're not, you can just pick the one that you're smiling, but you'll still be the same thing. So you just pick the best, it's called best take, the best picture of that moment, right? So yeah, you could change their faces, obviously. So yeah, I typically if I'm gonna send it to somebody, then I'll make it the best picture. You know what I mean? Other than that,
you just select best picture. You're not adding the smile. You're not doing anything.
Yeah,
you're not doctoring it anyway.
Yeah, you can like select someone's face, and then it'll pick their best face out of all those pictures that you took in that moment, and then like mine, and then yours, and it'll just pick all those best faces.
This reminds me of something that I'll get back to your phone. I'm sure your phone could do it. Is I don't know how new of a trend it is. There's some, but it's one of my better things I see on Twitter is people putting their family vacation photos into an AI program or videos. And so they'll go from like taking a dive into the beach and all of a sudden they just make this huge, like they got like jetpacks on the back of them or dragons are coming out of the water.
I've been seeing that shit.
It's like really, really cartoonish right now.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, fucking 5 years from now, it might not be.
It's going to be great.
It'll be like, really? That happened? Like you went surfing on a fucking 20-foot wave of whatever?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. They have this feature on my phone where it's called Add Me, where if you need to take a selfie, but there's no one to take a selfie, right, with a group of people. So say me, you, and Tammy are at the X, and we want to take a picture. Obviously, there's people around, but we want to take a picture in front of something. You can be like, okay, so I'll take the picture, and you and Tammy will stand there, and then you take the picture, and then Tammy will come out, and I'll stand there, and then it'll make the picture all 3 of us together. You know what I mean?
So that's a little too intimate.
How do you know that? How do you know that really happened? Selena said, she's like, well, then now it's not really a picture because now you don't know that all of that didn't happen.
I said, go ahead.
And I'm like, yes, but and realistically, you're just catching the moment. You know what I mean? You're catching the moment of that thing. You're not really catching the picture. So then, what is a picture realistically?
It's not evidence of what happened for real, though.
No, it's just evidence that we were all there. That's really
But I don't trust that either anymore.
Well, you have to do it in the moment.
This is, again, it's not important. But like I said this when I first started seeing those commercials about the magic eraser. And seeing like everything is a photoed fucking picture, like a doctored picture now. Not that I care that everybody had a smile on their face or whatever, but it's not as legit. Like you're just, now I have to see what you're presenting me, right? To say, oh yeah, this is like the 3 of us at the X. I've never questioned that before. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. It's interesting technology and I see that. But for some reason, you could use that and say, hey, Selena doesn't know I was, you know what I mean? Like fucking whatever, out with the boys drinking. I told her that I went to the X with you guys and I got this picture to prove it. And so I'm going to send her.
Yeah. I mean, you can't do that. You have to do it with the picture, like you have to do it with the picture.
Wouldn't take long to fucking put all 3 elements.
Photoshop has been out for like decades. I could easily add people in photos 10 years ago.
No. That
was nothing.
It's easier. It's an option as soon as you take the picture now for these other changes. That one, this fake picture isn't quite there yet.
Yeah, not
but
yet.
I think it's closer than it's ever been. Like, I don't think it takes that much more steps.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for devious things to do with it, but I just said, like, that 1905 picture of 5 and 10, like, or in Port Credit, I know hasn't been doctored.
Yeah.
I know that farmhouse is doing that.
But it could be doctored. I could doctor an old picture.
Yeah. I'm trusting it hasn't because it's a newer thing. Right? Like, not all pictures have been doctored until recently. Yeah. Like, no, like, nothing.
That's the hard part of it because, yes, it's this. In a sense, it's just more available. Everybody has it in their hand right now, but we've been doctoring pictures since advertisements became advertisements in magazines. Like none of those pictures were actually real. They were all doctored at some point and stuff like that. So it's just, we've been doctoring pictures forever. Just nobody's really cared until it's become so prevalent that it's in everybody's hand at this point.
Well, we're scared now of them like showing a video of fucking Trump saying something that's not really him or whatever, right? Like, and I think it's already gone past that.
Yeah, we're past that,
right? Like again, like I don't know what protections are in place to fucking do that. Like, I can't. We talked before. I can't dispute anybody who thinks the moon landing was fake just because there's video of them going on the moon.
Yeah,
right. Like you just said, they could be doing it. That's not proof that was good enough for us before. But you're just like a sucker for they're thinking that like is now.
Yeah.
And like I just don't know what the means to the ends are. Like, why is it so prevalent now? Why do we need that? Like, you know, it's because everybody wants that great picture.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know what. Like I'm just adding the nefarious like things to it or whatever.
What is more important is having the best picture in the moment or having the most authentic picture. Like I've taken pictures of the kids and it could have been a great picture, but one person's face is just completely messed up or one person's face is completely closed. I would never share that picture anyways then. I would probably delete it.
Yeah.
So why not just make the best picture out of it?
Yeah, see, I get, so now when in this conversation, it's be like, it's almost pointless to delete any pictures. Because if you took 20 pictures and you doctored one of them, like you made one of them the best to send to all your, like everybody, like look at the birthday party for the kids, but you kept all 20 into your fucking hard drive, dude, you want to see that.
Yeah.
You want to go, oh yeah, that fuck, I remember I fucking almost deleted like that fucking thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's not as authentic. Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to give it as much, like, I don't know. I'm adding importance to it for no reason at all, I think right now, but like I can't trust it. Like I just don't trust video again as much as I did before. But like we're coming from me like not trusting the news. Like where am I going to even get my trust? I can't trust anything I read on Twitter.
No, you can't trust anything anywhere.
Like their whole president election, like the Kamala Harris, anything I hear about anybody, I've turned off of all of them.
Yep.
Nothing they can say to me is going to make me want to like any of them anymore, or prove to me that they're coming from whatever place. The proof why I don't like her or the party is from
what they say,
like, and what they've done.
Yeah.
What I see.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any benefit. Like, I really don't. Even if it's just crime. Like, I don't know when I see all, like, when we talked about Aurora, Colorado, and these Venezuelan fucking migrants fucking coming up and these gangs taking all, like, I can't really prove that that's all really happening or not.
It's
or
hilarious.
If it was like a month ago or yesterday and like people coming up. And the thing is, though, I think it causes, if we're all getting it at the same time, then I believe like protests have gone to these buildings now and in Colorado. And so real social things are happening. There are consequences happening to whatever's getting posted out there. But I just don't know why it's being posted as it is. And I can't get caught up in it. I'm not going to like make it my like lifelong, like I'm just going to take care of my own. Like I said, this isn't right around my corner. If they started saying like, the Burlington fucking suburbs are starting to get taken over by, you know what I mean, like violent gangs from South America, I'm like, yeah, we might want to fucking start doing something about it.
Let's go see if it's real.
I don't even know what I would do about it.
I would have to go see if it's real in my eyes.
Yeah, that's the only real reason you know.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the agenda is. So when it comes to this president, I'm just sick of I hate all of them. And I just think that it's, oh man, I'm not going to come. They make Trump look doable.
Yeah,
they make Trump seem reasonable.
Absolutely.
He's way more reasonable this time around than he ever was before.
Yeah, he did. He must have got some training and been like, okay, this was where I fucked up,
I guess, or like, but like, they just opened the door for it.
Oh yeah,
and I just see like I said, even in a crime type of way, like things are totally out of fucking control. And so I guess when you're the boss, and I putting that kind of blame on her and her, whatever, I just don't like people that don't get nominated, like get voted into where they are. Like he, even as much as one say for Trump, he earned that nomination.
He did.
Like nobody just dropped out because they were fucking senile.
Yeah, he put a lot of work in and his popularity. I just sent you a picture, by the way.
Yeah.
Tell me if it's real or fake.
Oh, I see. That's funny. That's fucking hilarious. So Bride just sent me like the Spider-Man meme where fucking Spider-Man's pointing at Spider-Man, pointing at Spider-Man. That's hilarious. Well, that has to be real because there's two of you at work, right? He's got himself driving in a forklift, running himself over in a forklift. Now, the picture of you in the forklift looks fake as fuck.
Yeah.
The outside of the forklift, I could see that happening. That looks legit, but your pose, you could have picked a better pose to be in the forklift.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think you were sitting in the forklift for this picture.
I was.
That's why you're sitting like that.
I was sitting in the forklift and then I got out and I stood in front of it. So this is the add me feature, but just instead of replacing me with somebody else, I just put myself there.
So you took a picture of nobody in the forklift. You took a picture of that empty scene.
No, so Booby took the picture. I was sitting in the forklift. He took the picture of me in the forklift with that pose. Then it prompts you. So it tells you to take a picture, and then once you take the first picture, it tells you to take another picture. It shows you an outline of the previous picture you took. So then I stood in front of it, and then you take another picture, and then it just it just puts it all together.
So my getting is that was cool to watch. Like that's billions of dollars of technology that just got put into that. Like for what? Why? Like for what?
Yeah, just for a feature.
Just to fuck around, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Well, gimmicks are parts of phones, right?
I understand, but like, why does it have to be like so? Like it's okay. I get it. Like I was saying, I understand it, but it's taking away proof to me. Like I can't. Any picture you sent to me, I don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, but that should have already been a notion because
wasn't happening today.
Photoshop has been around and everybody knows what Photoshop is.
So I'm bringing it up again because of your new phone.
Yeah,
Because each time these phones come up, and your phone is like you've always ever since I've talked to you about your stupid phones, it's the Google phone has been on top of everything. Like you rightfully say like
a lot of stuff. Yeah,
everything is through Google anyway, and so their Google AI is better than this. Google is this and that. So now I don't know how long the Google AI has been around until you get this version of it in your phone, and it's so polished.
Well, they only started making this 2 years ago. The Google AI,
maybe putting it in the public.
No, they started making it 2 years ago because that was when ChatGPT got its rise, and they found out that they were
all in the same
it.
timeline then.
Yeah,
like Gemini, OpenAI, and ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT was more of a public app before Gemini.
Yeah,
might have been. They were still working on it.
No, they weren't. They weren't. They admitted that they were caught on the back foot because they didn't think it was going to catch on for some reason. But because it exploded, remember that 1 year ChatGPT just really exploded?
ChatGPT 3, I think. Sorry.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh maybe. Shit. They're like, oh, we are working on, and then they started it from scratch.
So did that kickstart Apple and everybody else too to do a little bit more?
Yep, that's how it all.
Because everything you see now is so AI centric.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's annoying as fuck.
Yes, I
hate.
Like it's so overused. I don't want to hear it.
No, and it's fun, but it maybe needs to be that. Like that's what we do.
Why can't you just leave it alone and be? Yeah, I guess
that's what we do.
Because I'll give you, Photoshop has a lot of AI now, and they don't say AI. Like. They've made so much things so easy, like easier to do now because of AI, but they're not doing the push of AI.
I know, but we used to say things like software and hardware a lot more.
Yeah.
We used to say computer a lot more. We used to say like the word, but now, yeah. Like we just, you know what I mean? Like laptop, like some words just go away, and some things that just get like sucked into the whole phone.
Yeah.
You just don't say, like the word phone is not what it used to mean.
Yeah.
Right? Like phone, you talk to people on your phone? Like, video chat, right?
Yeah.
No.
You must.
You fucking, have you ever seen a video of fucking kids trying to use a rotary phone? You're probably the last generation of a person that knows how to use a rotary phone.
Probably, yeah.
And they're fucking like pushing it. Like and you think of it like, okay, I like it's second nature to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was the first phone I ever fucking had. I remember, buttons and the dial tone. The whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you go to fucking Andy Griffiths, who's like, yeah, Susan, can you get me like fucking Jen's fucking number? And she just plugs you into the fucking wall. Right? And so
transfer now.
So phone doesn't mean anything. A phone, we think of a phone as a computer.
Yeah.
Right? And then, but we don't even say smartphone anymore.
No.
So the AI is what the smart part is. So now it's a tool that you get to make fucking funny phones. We got to put that picture on Twitter to show what we're fucking talking about.
Yeah, because they won't know.
And
on X.
Yeah, too late now. I said like a minute ago. And I'll show I've been saying it. And I think you've given me leeway because I had sad pictures. You let me say it. You didn't want to interrupt.
No.
You probably just go back into our podcast when I'm not listening and fucking go. And
AI
fucking
AI
X the AI program. Say every time that clown says Twitter, put in X.
Oh, that's a great fucking idea.
I already told you should use AI for your fucking our work part. Like the work plans, even fucking scheduling. Like you're in that perfect generation to ask ChatGPT that or whatever. So
Gemini, baby.
So this is what I'm getting at. I was so. First of all, did you pick a dude's voice?
No, that's the voice.
That's the second gayest thing I've heard all day. You fucking saying that fucking like in a man's voice was like. I thought it was always a woman.
The weird thing is that there's supposed to be like 8 different voices you can pick from, but I only have the one. I think they only push the one because everywhere online they only have that same voice right now. So I don't know what's going on.
That threw me for a loop. I don't know. I mean, I'm just being weirded out. Like, but yeah, like everything since fucking GPS and all that. It's always just been a British chick or some other fucking version.
Yeah.
So it was a dude. And how conversational he wants to be.
Yeah.
Like I want to call him a person. I want to call him like.
It's creepy sometimes.
It's creepy all the time,
all
bro.
All the time.
Like when is it not like so because I'm looking at it brand new and old guy fucking can't take pictures like rotary phone guy and I can see the future in it. Like it's just not. I can see us having to like adapt to it and it adapting to us. And I'm just and then making a conversation about it. Curious on how it's going to get to it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious about like the Photoshop thing. It's always been around, but now the tools to use it are so much better.
Yeah.
And how much easier it is to just like boom picture. Like, it's a problem with the girls or whatever, like filtering themselves, making them all look perfect, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's been a problem for like a long time for people like that have been aware of it. So, but it's not going away.
No.
So it was cool that you, the way you showed me last week. Do you use it more and more? Like, I want to give you full fucking time here with your phone.
I know because of the person I am, I'm not going to use it that much. I used it today when I was like asking it how to, I needed a recipe to make some sort of a protein ball that I wanted to make. And he started talking to me about freaking, you can do it with bananas and stuff. I'm like, I don't like bananas. He's like, okay, well, we can do it with nut butter and stuff. I'm like, I don't want nut. I want it chocolatey. He's like, oh yeah, okay, so for chocolate we could, and Selena accidentally said, are you gonna let Jay try the new tequila? And he's like, oh, tequila. Well, I said, no. Go back to the power balls and tell me the recipe and measurements. He's like, okay, so the power balls. And then he started going back, telling me measurements. I'm like, it's kind of weird that you can.
That's a conversation.
Yeah,
bro.
it's like it feels like, even though we know better, but it feels like it's thinking. You know what I mean?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, a conversation. Like the way it's not just like, so Siri, like it's so much different than Siri.
Yeah.
Right. Like Siri, like that's why I'm coming from Siri, and I never even used that as a thing, because it would always be like, hey Siri, tell me what the, like if I asked Siri an F1 question.
Yeah.
Sorry, Siri, shut up. Tell me I can't read my mind.
Open up your recent porn history, and midgets and...
No, quick, turn down. So they have this, so I said, and it'll always just like, here are some websites I found.
Yeah.
And it'd be some bullshit. I could have just, it was so unimpressed.
Yeah, I could have just Googled
and
it.
And do that, but even Googling shit, like it's just not I know I can do that and find stuff out, and that's still a revelation. Like I still like that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, let me figure out where. So I was doing my fantasy football stuff, and it's the first year I've done it, and I was trying to there's certain articles that I want to read, certain websites that I trust, and there's nothing but information about there like that. I could have just used that fucking, like, talk to my Gemini about fantasy football.
Yeah.
And they would have just said, yeah, like, this is the number one projected pick, or they're like, yeah, you know what, this guy gets hurt, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to use it. I think the way they have it there, it makes it easier for you to just keep asking it these Powerball questions, and fucking like slowly but surely you're going to do it more and more.
Yeah.
But like to the uninitiated, like to the people inside, it's like, it's like, again, it's creepy.
It is.
I don't know. That's not the right word.
No,
it's not creepy. I'm not like, it's not nefarious.
No, but it's just like, this is where we are today already. Like,
it's as close to a real person that I've ever heard a computer sound like.
Yeah. Yeah, like, especially in the time frame that we've had, like this AI model boom has only been around 4 years.
Yeah,
and like we've already went from the end of like Assistant and Siri to what we have now, and it's like 4 years is kind of quick.
So I don't know if I should be worried about any of this or not. So I don't have all the time in the world, but like I do this minute every day. But I meant like a lifetime, like to go. Like, so these are always going to be things like I'm going to have to learn. Like I never use a certain percentage of what my phone's capabilities are.
Yeah,
because I just don't dive into that. Like I don't know how I could. Right, like I said with the fantasy football, it's just never really gone to me. I've already just got, I got all the articles in my hand. I just need to go where to find them.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the way the Gemini thing is, now it's a whole new search engine. It's not just typing in and looking.
Yep.
It's all hands free.
Yeah,
it's all fancy, and then you can, even when they say whatever, however it talks to you. So it was great talking about it with F1, and it was just like saying whatever it did, and this happened at practice, and it's so current. Excuse me, you got to like pinpoint whatever your questions are or whatever. But then you said you asked it like an election question because you knew it was going to say, and it blocked it.
Yep.
So now my concern is like, I knew it was going to block that, but what about what it decides to block?
Well, that was my issue when because it also blocks medical advice, right? Those are the two things I've ran into that it blocks. Certain politics and medical. He doesn't give medical advice. It says, I don't know. I'm calling him he.
What's his name?
Gemini. That's a gay name. Anyways,
Al Gemini.
So I was like, I know because there's a lot of these AI things, and I think I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this before when the Gemini they first like announced it, and they were like, I said to you that I think Google is going to want to go and be as responsible. It's going to be like the PGest version of an AI that you can do, because it's Google. It's going to be massively adopted automatically because there's already billions of phones out there that use it. So you have to be a certain way. Chat GPT, they're kind of not really beholden to people. They're more of a private open sourced company. So they could do what they want. They could take more liberties with stuff, which is, like how we have the image generation AI as well. And like you can just type in what you want, it generates image. Google has one on the phones and you can't generate people. Like it won't do people.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So I just think they are trying to be as PG as possible when it comes to, because it scares people. It does scare people to be able, like, imagine you start asking it for medical. Oh, my heartbeat went up. Check my watch. I think my heart rate went up this much. Oh, okay. You should go to the doctor, or you should take your defibrillator and put it on it. Like, you know what I mean? So I think they're really trying to be responsible as they can.
I don't know why I'm pushing back. Like that's like I agree with you
as a business model, not as because they care. I'm saying as a business model.
No, the liability
be more accepted.
Okay. So should, in the Google sense, before the AI thing, like, so China's Google is different than our Google. Right?
Yeah.
Like they block things, like whatever.
They block
right?
a lot of shit.
We don't know.
They don't even have YouTube.
So, but they still want to do business there.
Yep.
Right. Like, so I think by them allowing them to do that, that gives them more censorship on our end of it as well. Like, I think by the fact that they are willing to be closed-minded in a open source type of way, like in a search engine type of way, then they're more, it's not just PG. I get it, but I hate a PG world.
Yeah.
Like that's not a true representation of what's going on.
I agree.
Like it's worse than a doctored photo to me. Like I disrespect the fact that it won't talk politics. Like,
but it can't give you accurate, it's opinions.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm not opinion. But like even the other thing is opinion.
Yeah.
Right? Like say, how do I make a fucking whatever, the fucking protein bar? And say, no, I fucking hate bananas. Okay. Like that's funny. And so it's starting to get to know you.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is say, okay, I want to make some muffins. Okay, well, Brian, I know you fucking hate bananas. Like, so I wanted to say that.
But you see, the problem with that is people are already afraid of it keeping all your information, and people don't want that.
That is already every fucking agreement.
We know that. We know that.
But you think in a consumer
way. It's why Apple does a lot of things the way they do, because they want to say they do a privacy first, right? They're saying privacy. That's what they're selling. So, and they've had success with selling that to people. We don't know how much they take. We know they take some, but we don't know how much they take. So if you want to do that with AI, where you can be personal and have conversation and stuff like that with, you kind of have to sell that to people. I get it.
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't know the consequences of having that reality come to fruition. I already think it's already done, because it's like if I'm going to text about bananas, it's going to fucking already say that for me.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I already have that text in there.
I'm with you, but we are like,
it's not a selling point.
It's not a selling point, and especially to people who are already weary of that kind of stuff.
I'm not coming from it from like the moral standpoint, like in that PG type of way, because I get that, and I do think there has to be whatever checks and balances on what kind of information. Like I don't want people to be able to make a bomb or like make the worst part. What AI can is make like diseases, right? Like all the good genetic things that it can do.
Like I imagine it won't tell me how to make a bomb.
No, it won't. But there's even like that security measure has to go further than Siri and fucking and Gemini.
Yeah,
like that's a deep state problem. You know what I mean? Like that's I
agree.
Like a hands. Like I've seen enough documentaries on like the way that it can go wrong that way. Because even like in military is all controlled AI. Like it's not the one pushing the button, but it's the one putting all the information together. because it's just so fast.
Yeah.
All these lost civilization shows that I show you, they have the LiDAR, they have all this information, but without the fucking computer to put it in and to mold it all together, then you got nothing.
Nothing.
Right? And we're all so dependent on that already.
Yeah.
Like I've already been in this too from, I'm sure, everything else, but even in the hospital system, like you just type my name and everything is like all comes up because I've been in the business for the last 2 months now.
Yeah.
So it has to be there. My medical information is being shared through this information process.
But people have this illusion that it's not like everything is. People have the illusion that it shouldn't be that way, that it isn't that way when it already is. I have watched this YouTuber and like years ago, he said, because he had this podcast and people would always do, again, the Apple thing because that's what they were selling. Like, yeah, Apple, Android, like Apple's more private, Apple's this. And he's like, no, like you're ridiculous, buddy. Privacy is dead. If you have like true privacy, if you have a smartphone, it's dead.
Yeah.
You don't have anything. Like you have the internet in your house, you search stuff that goes somewhere. It doesn't just stay there. You know what I mean? Your internet service provider has all your searches. They know what you watch. Like, so he's like, you guys can't have this like illusion of like, you're gonna be this private, undiscovered, unless you go live off the grid, obviously. But like that is gone. But people still to this day think that they just don't know what's going on. Like your phones.
The reason they do it is basically they say whatever, because it ends up being one of the reasons is like target advertising.
Yeah.
And like, it's just good. I wanted to know what that watch was, or I needed to know what the new Lego site was.
For sure.
Right? Like it has like, it's not all, it's just the idea of being that your personal data, which you think is yours, is for sale.
It is.
And it's, I get it. Like that all happened under our noses.
Yeah.
Like, you saying it's happening, but it doesn't mean it was ever right.
No.
And but we went from a world where things behind closed doors were just behind closed doors. Now they're not. Right? Like just going from a phone conversation, like, yeah, go ahead, listen, that's fine. But now it's like an archive of everything you search on the internet.
Yeah, it's like I read this book and they said the credit card companies, they used to watch what you spend, and then they used to do studies in like Zellers and Kmart and watch people where they go down the aisles and stuff, and then they say, oh, and then they checked out here. So, this, I can tell by what they purchased that they're getting pregnancy tests. They're about to be pregnant.
You're right.
So they've been doing this stuff, and then but obviously technology weirds people out. That's the thing.
Okay, so I'm not. This is I'm trying to get to a point is because I don't know the difference. I know what the perceived difference of Google and like DuckDuckGo.
Yes,
but in my mind, from what it's all based on advertising.
100%.
Right, like Google's search engine is giving you what they're getting paid to be showing you.
Yeah, you get those first.
That's not the rate. Like I get, like they have the right to do that, but I'm living in a Google world. Yeah. Right. Like, so do you use Duck? I don't think you do. I think you like.
I don't care that much.
I know you don't, and that's why I like you. Like I don't. If you start, I feel like a sucker for not caring too much, because once you start talking about it, it's like, yeah, I get why you want to be like that. Yeah. But I do think it's a fool's errand. Yeah. I do think whatever your DuckDuckGo search is going to give you, I'm just assuming I'm going to find something close to the same anyway. Yeah. But I don't know what real search I'm not getting. But I do know there's a difference. Yeah, and so if Gemini becomes, like you ask, then I was like, shit, do I got to go ask the DuckDuckGo robot too? Like, fucking how many robots do I got to ask before I'm going to get the best Powerball that I should get? Are you only going to get the best Powerball that Google wants you to have? Yeah. And that sucks.
Is it going to get there?
But no, I think that's how it starts. I think it's easier to start that way because now it's harder to get more voices in. So it only has it's all brand new. It's only been 2 years. So we only have 18 billion bits of data on power bars right now. Yeah. In 5 years, we'll have 20 times as much or whatever. Yeah. So right now, Jay's Chocolate or Banana Company, fucking, they make a lot of good power bars. I've seen their ads, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Hey, so that'll be the first one I send. Fuck your bananas. Okay. Okay. They're going to go to the next one.
Think about it this way too. You can, as a Powerball maker, you can go to Google and be like, what do people like in their Powerballs? What kind of recipes are you hearing that seem popular? Oh, people don't like bananas. Fucking make them chocolate. And then you can sell that to people.
I'm sure that the best Powerball makers do shit like that.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
So that's like market research. That's been a word that's been around forever.
Yeah. Now it's getting easier.
Well, like it's just like the whole like computer. So, but I'm just like I said, like I don't care. I'm not going to DuckDuckGo. Google's just good enough for me. It's hard for me to keep up.
Yeah.
But I am. It makes me feel like a slave to what they want to tell me.
Yeah.
Then I am in control. Like. In a way, you feel in control. Like, oh, I'm talking to my phone robot here, Phil, whatever you want to call your name,
Derek.
So we say, "Hey, Derek," I want to, and that's all hilarious. Like that's a fucking funny bit of the future to me, right? And then that's more personalized, and you're getting all the information you want, and you're not fucking like a caveman typing fucking into the Google, like you know what I mean, like and just look at these suckers and you move on from there. But like I said, we're only just getting what they give us. You don't know really like. If I come to you and say, yeah, my phone, Jimmy, fucking, we use DuckDuckGo, and then I made a fucking kick-ass Powerball.
Yeah.
And I never even knew you could use fucking, like, coffee beans, or, you know what I mean? It's just like, mine never said, hey, Derek, why didn't you fucking tell me about the coffee beans? Oh, that was on page 20.
Yeah. But that's the difference between AI, is that it's supposedly, there's the air quotes for everybody, it's making it up on its own.
It does sound like that when you're listening.
It is. It's.
I don't think it is. I think it's the same Google search engine.
Yeah, I don't see why they would not lean on the search engine. Like it would make sense, but that's what the original Google Assistant was doing. Right?
I think it's making it more your assistant. Like you just said it then.
Yeah.
It's going to know, like, don't bring up bananas.
I think they're going to go that way, but I think they just have to tread lightly.
I think one day you're going to feel like that. It'll be like, listen, like you keep bringing up whatever. It's just going to say like, so I know that you hate the fucking Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so we're not picking any of those
I
players.
think it's going that way.
That's where it has to.
For sure.
Because it's already in that predictive text.
Yeah.
It's like I put in fuck Buffalo and the Bills come right afterwards. So it's going to say that.
Oh my God.
But I wanted to bug you that it was the fucking dude's voice. So, like I get it with like the medical care. Like I just like when we were talking last week, I had my fanny pack and I was fighting the infection and I just got my IV fanny pack off yesterday.
Yeah.
And I feel so like
free.
Like I'm grateful. Like I don't want to sound whiny about it at all because at a different time and age, these are totally different technologies. This medical equipment, like think of what you want. It's probably broken in a lot of ways, but to save hospital beds, this is what I think a certain amount of years ago I would have had to stay in the hospital for.
Yeah.
I don't think the technology for the pump or even like the ability to let clinics do some of these things.
Did you have to charge it?
No, the batteries lasted the whole time.
What the fuck?
They even brought other lithium batteries, but it never got turned off. The battery thing never even went down.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like it's just like a fucking block pump, but it's it's a life-saving device.
That's nuts.
Like I thought of it like having it, so I realized like another time and place I'd have to be less. The buddy we're talking about, sorry, names a guy at work. He had some operation and they had an infection in the cut that he did. He had like a heart thing, and so they go in through his leg, and the leg got infected. And I never listened to his story. I could half listen to like, oh yeah, that shit. But he's basically telling me, I almost died because of an infection.
Yeah.
So I didn't want when I saw this
sepsis and everything.
When I saw this thing just even starting, and Tammy was on it too. It's like, no, we got to fight this problem.
Yeah, fuck that.
So we had like the emergency visits and the shit we talked about last week. So I'm there having to go. Like a nurse came to my house and I don't know how much I talked about last week. So I had this little fanny pack and arm thing, and I felt so vulnerable. Like you don't see somebody with like tubes attached to them very often, but you might not. We drive by hospital, like close to our houses every day. So I'm sure you see one every day, maybe like this walking out that might have some tubes stuck to them. You don't realize it because you don't realize how many people are walking with a walker. That you hope not to be in the old,
absolutely.
But you do see that when you start looking for it. And so I felt vulnerable. I didn't feel sorry for myself, but I thought, oh, this is what feeling sick feels like. Like imagine having to carry something like this around. Mm-hmm. Like it's life-saving, and I'm great. Like without it, I'd be stuck in the hospital. So I kept trying to say that to myself. Like fucking this thing keeps getting caught in my sleeve, and I'm worried about the needle coming out of my arm. It didn't hurt, but just like this fanny pack is like retarded looking. Like I got this thing and sleeping with it. Like I had these tubes all hooked up to me, sleeping with it, and it would go off every 8 hours. Don't really hear it much, but I have to keep it all hooked up. So I couldn't like get a great night's sleep the whole time. Mm-hmm. But every time I tried to whine about it, I'd be like, fuck, without this technology, I'd be stuck in the hospital.
Yeah.
In a more corrupt medical system, they would have made me stay in the hospital to charge that, whatever it is.
For the room, yeah.
But they don't, like, you know what I mean? Like they, in the same way that I think they try to branch shit out, like why we can buy beer at the corner stores now.
Yeah,
is why I
baby.
can get my IV changed
gas
at a
station.
clinic, right? Like that kind of like it's just part of it is convenience, but also part of it is like you don't want to rely on the one store. Beer store goes on strike, we can't get beer.
Yeah,
not anymore. You don't have that power. You know what I mean? Like bring it to the people, and so the only people fighting
does
for
the
that.
beer store ever go on strike? Has it ever gone on strike? Sorry to side rail.
It's only those hoity-toity fucks from the liquor store that go on strike.
Freaking bunch.
I'm sure the beer store must have gone on strike.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that to us.
They know it's too. Yeah, they're hurting the wrong people.
Yeah,
If they go.
exactly. Sorry,
We can't load up with all that kind of fucking beer. It's crazy. And so so every time I was like feeling sorry for myself, I try to think of like how great it was that I actually have it. Like going to the X with it on and going like I did feel like vulnerable. Like we talked about it a little bit. Like I don't want people to fear me, but I just don't want to be thought of as a victim or people feel sorry for you. When you're in that wheelchair, when you got tubes hooked up, you see that people feel sorry for you or they don't even consider you at all.
Yeah.
Right? Like they just look right past you and I've never had that before.
Yeah.
People know why I'm in the room usually. And so so you do feel like, wow. And so that was cool, but it was different to see. You know what I mean? Like it was definitely
different
you get that
perspective. That's
perspective
cool.
for sure. It is. So I got the thing taken off yesterday, and I feel like a free man. Like I do feel like it did set me back. I was still able to do some of my exercises, but I haven't been able to do any more. Like the idea of taking down Groot's cage. Like I couldn't do that with all these things hooked up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now this week I might just like slowly start like just like doing that shit at work or at home while you're at
this
work.
guy's missing work.
No, I'm not yet. I'm on the second half of what I got, like my time off, I think. But so that set me back now. But it's funny. Like you do, I was happy saying the exercise I did before. I can feel like helping you with my recovery. Sometimes you feel these other little exercises for physio or like little bullshit exercises.
Mm-hmm.
One of them in particular, like it's just a little left leg lift that really hurts for some reason. And I overdid it on one time. But the more you do it, you start to feel the strength.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm trying stairs. Like a couple weeks ago, stairs were not like doing it. Like one of the little step ups is like a part of what I have to try to do now. And my garage stairs are smaller graduation than the stairs going up to the house. Or into like upstairs.
Yeah.
So I've tried hands on both rail and go up, but like to go up a step with no hands on the rail, like it's a leap of faith. Like it's really, it's hilarious, but you don't want to fucking like it's. I don't know. You've never not trusted your legs, right?
Yep.
You've never not trusted your legs.
Yep.
Even doing push-ups or like a fucking curl or whatever. Like doing that last one, like, you know, like you've never, have you ever failed?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to put it down halfway?
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you do that when you're actually supporting your body?
You fall.
Yeah, you don't want to fall.
You
That's
fall.
very the hard thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's like a brain barrier, like a thought barrier. Like, you got to push past a certain amount of pain. Sitting in a chair and doing your leg lifts, there's only so much you can fight through. If your leg physically won't do it or you feel a certain pain, like I was like, oh, I'm pushing. Oh shit, I think I did too much. And I set me back a few days. But then I noticed like, oh, I feel stronger. Like you just feel stronger. All of a sudden you walk a little bit more. And this is from doing all the other exercises.
Yeah.
So the bigger steps, like, oh, that's fucking struggle. Oh, I'm holding onto the railing too much. And I do the garage ones. And I do that first one. Okay, yeah, that was a real step. Fuck, yeah, that was a fucking real step. And so I think just even from yesterday where I did like 4 sets of the steps, maybe, I don't know, I didn't have a number set. I would just get up and walk around and try to do it.
That's good.
Today, just the 4 steps in my garage, not the steps going into the house. I mean, you saw me going up the stairs even better, right? Like I can't, like you've seen me now for 2 weeks in different states of repair.
Yeah.
So like I gotta be looking the more stronger now than I have been before.
For
I would
sure.
imagine. So when I wake up this morning, I'm all of a sudden walking a little bit better from the work that I did before. And everything just seems that like you go from feeling like, am I ever gonna feel better to like, hey, that wasn't so bad.
It was a little better than yesterday.
Yeah, like it's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
When I had the thing in my arm, I couldn't concentrate on anything else but. So it felt like I was having a daily like comfort, like, you know what I mean, appreciation of how far I was going to then like, fuck.
Regressing.
Like, yeah, it shouldn't have felt. Like I said, I felt grateful it could be even worse, but it's like, fuck, I can't. So I got more doctor's appointments. So whatever. I'm just, I'm happy that part is done.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I'm getting kind of back, you know what I mean, to getting some more progress.
That's good.
I am still like, whatever. I'm confident I can get all the way back there, like with these steps, but it is like when a stair is like an accomplishment, it is kind of hard to jump ahead.
No, soon you're gonna be up flights of stairs. You got to get ready before you get back to work.
Yeah, I just filled out my unemployment card today. Like the more technology, this is so much better. I think I talked about that. So yeah, I'm still living the fucking life. I'm still watching fucking lots of good TV shows. I want to get back to your life. Remember you won't remember my idea of the Paralympics. Was, do you remember what I said to you last week?
That it should be on before.
So Tammy was so she saw that somebody else said that on Facebook, like a random, more popular person, like stealing my fucking ideas.
Those bastards! I
want people to know I thought of that all on my own.
They listen to this show, don't they?
I don't know, man. They don't. It's really not reflecting on their Twitter numbers, but they're using VPNs, I guess.
Yeah.
I love that feeling. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make me. Well, I guess I'm justifying that I'm right.
Yeah.
But when you think you have a good idea and then you hear somebody else say it out of the blue, it's just like fucking, I think I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
It's a whatever. I'm equating it to when we watch Jeopardy and we get the right final answer and none of the contestants do, you feel like a certain way about yourself.
I should go on this show.
It might have only happened once in 5 years, but whatever, it's happened. I swear to God it's happened.
Sure.
And you feel a certain way. So when I come up with a good idea, I'm like, fuck yeah. But then you start to think of, is this idea been out there? Did I already hear it from somebody else and then fucking presented it as my own?
Yeah.
Like I might have heard that years ago and I just seen it, but I still know I'm right. Like I watched.
No, I agree. I think that would be way better.
It's like an opening act.
I still wouldn't watch it, but it would be way better.
I bet you more people would.
More people would 100% watch it.
Yeah, I just watched yesterday the gold medal wheelchair tennis doubles, and like it's even in doubles, it's something else. And fuck, man, that's just so impressive.
Yeah.
But it would have been even more impressive. So anyway, I saw that on my thing. So I don't know why you should be feeling like on top of the world. Like the kids are back at school.
Yeah.
Does life change a lot when the kids go back at school?
Yeah, it changes a little bit. It kind of felt weird not seeing them in the mornings and stuff now because, I was there at the mornings all summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they need school.
That's not a fucking.
I think
a pretty brave thought. You think they need school?
Story about Kai. He goes. He went to. I went to dinner with Esmera, and then I came back and I met up with them in Burlington, and then Kai had a Rubik's cube, and they're like, oh yeah, he bought a Rubik's cube. Well, Kai already has like 2 Rubik's cubes at home, and I go, and he used his own money, so I go like, why did you buy a Rubik's cube? He goes, well, I couldn't solve the other ones at home, so I thought I would have better luck with this one. I said, you need to go back to school, bro. You need to go back to fucking school.
Oh my God, that's the stupidest answer I've ever heard. Oh my God.
I'm like, Kai, they're all the same. It doesn't matter.
That's so funny.
So yes, I think
it's so fucking funny, bro.
They need school.
I can't solve the one at home. Maybe I could get this. You should have gotten the little tiny one. Maybe you could solve the fucking small one.
I know he has a small one.
That's so fucking funny. Have you seen the fucking big ones that like
with
18 fucking rows or whatever?
But he has this app on his thing where you can like scan the cube and then it'll tell you how to solve it.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, on his iPad.
So I already feel a certain way when I fucking see. I don't ask I type in with my fingers to the YouTube to ask it to what car should I use to fucking pass this board on fucking Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
like is this part of my not being able to drive? Like I've been driving all around the world in my fucking Ferraris and fucking my Nissans and shit. But I get stuck and I eventually I have to ask the thing. But it's only after I get stuck and I don't know how to monitor, set the car up. So certain cars need to be set up a certain way.
Yeah, you still have to do it, right? You can find out which car, but you still have to do it.
Yeah, no, it's like whatever. So I wish I fucking have an idea to play another fucking game, but that's the only game I want to play. So that's so funny that I can't solve the one at home and do it. So they were last year was the first time they were in the same school together.
Yeah.
And so just the same like that school goes all the way to high school?
Was last year the second year? No, that school goes up to grade 6.
What year is Kai in now?
Grade 3, 4.
So Sire's got to be grade 1 now. Or
Sire's
2.
in grade 1.
Okay. So he went kindergarten, now grade 1.
Yeah, he was JK and then SK. So he had 2. Yeah. So this is his 3rd year.
3rd year together.
Yeah. So now he's in the big field though.
The big field?
Yeah.
Like at recess?
with Kai and with all the other big kids and stuff.
And so is it hard? So I guess Selena asks them all that. Like, do you just ask them how their day? I can't get myself removed from like the teenager being asked like how their day with school was.
How it was?
Fine. Yeah, nothing. You don't get no answer, but
Yeah, that's how it is with Esmera.
yeah, okay. So there's got to be a huge difference between what Kai and Sire say.
Nope, they're just the same. They just,
They're not eager to share at all?
No, they don't care. Like they'll talk about it like
That's hilarious.
like you'll hear them talk about it with each other like over the weekend and shit. They'll be like, yeah, I remember when I was in the field and blah blah blah, and I saw this. So now they get to play with each other, even though they're
Interesting.
kind of not allowed to because they're so much bigger. But
Yeah.
they get to see each other and stuff. So that I think is kind of cool. But Kai will be gone when in grade 6, then he'll go to the next school,
2 more years.
which is grade 7 to 12, I think. I
Oh,
think
so
it
it's a
goes-
big. It's a whole. Yeah, I did junior from like my school was 7 to 8, and
Yeah.
then like high school after that.
Yeah, no, this one is all together.
Huh. So, do they get excited for like before school? Like, do you get excited? Like,
Kai
the house is
usually
way
gets-
less crazy.
Crazy
I'm
when
happier
he's
that
not.
they're at school.
Yeah.
I don't know for whatever it's worth. The house was way more calm coming into today than it was yesterday or last week.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Kai usually gets nervous. He didn't get nervous. Sire was excited for school for like weeks. So
That's because he gets new kicks, new fucking jackets, new shoes, new shirts.
I don't know why he's excited. I think he's just been saying like, 'cause we already did their like back to school, like first outfit shopping like a month ago and stuff. And then it's like, I think he just likes being in the environment. You know what I mean?
Other people.
Yeah, being
All the
around other
girls.
people, the girls,
That's hilarious.
being around the girls and stuff. So I think he just likes that. He was excited to be in the big field and
I
stuff.
bet. Yeah, that's got to be like it's totally like so brand new to him.
Yeah. So I think that I mean this year went better than most years. Usually Kai's too scared to get on the bus. Now he's
Right away?
he just couldn't do it. Now he's just like whatever.
Think having Sire there helps.
Yeah, because Sire doesn't care.
He doesn't show any of that kind of thing.
No, he doesn't care. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm happy for them that they have that idea for them for that. That's crazy.
And now that they quit soccer, it's just like
We talked about that for a bit. So when does the new thing start? Are they still like piano and fighting, or is it piano and
Kai
basketball?
starts piano tomorrow.
Do you have a keyboard here? Like, do you have anything for him to practice on at home?
No, there's one at my mom's I need to get.
Like a big ass keyboard?
Yeah, like a full size,
Wow.
like regular keyboard. And then Sire starts Sire starts after next week, Fridays.
When you sign up for the piano thing, do they make you like? Do you have to have a piano at home?
I don't think so.
Like, it's not something like because how do you practice like without like? I wonder.
They never
probably
s-
send you homework.
Yeah, they probably send you homework. They never said anything about it, but you know,
Wonder how
Keyboard-
it's gonna go. Wonder how like shitty sounding it'll be till
it's gonna be
starts sounding good.
terrible. That's why we get headphones, and like that's why like
Headphones
I want
for him or for you?
maybe for both.
Because if you got a nice, you could probably just plug the headphones into the keyboard.
Yeah. My mom has a nice keyboard. She
Nice.
bought it for like church and stuff, and then she just ended up keeping it after a while.
She stole it from the church.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Right. And so I want to see if Kai likes it before I make the trek to my mom's and get it type of a thing and make space to put it here. You know what I mean?
It's that big? Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so,
it's like
right?
a full, it's a decent full size keyboard.
I didn't know if
because my
maybe just
brother
get-
used to do piano lessons as well.
I remember you saying like your mom was right into like make you guys like you
Do
were always into
music,
drums, right? You
yeah.
guys had to have music in your life.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time it was introduced to you, like, or did you ask for it, or did they give it to you?
No, I was introduced to piano first, and I did piano for a couple months, and then I said I want to do drums.
Do you
I could
remember-
hear the guys drumming down the hall. I'm like, what the fuck is
That's
that?
amazing. Do you wish you stuck with piano?
No.
No, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Could you remember if I put drums right in front of you now, would you just be able to kick off?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. It's been years. It's like I wanted to do saxophone as well because I did saxophone throughout like school and high school. I didn't even do drums in school except for jazz band. And like I wish I did saxophone like I wish I did like after school lessons in saxophone. I think that would have been cool.
I respect it, and it can sound good when I hear like a good saxophone player going America's Got Talent or whatever. But it's
Yeah.
like, what else you do? Like, I know you could be in a band and like there's a lot going on. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems like a limiting yourself kind of instrument.
No, it's music. It does stuff to your brain, right? Knowing to play music and being creative in that way, it does
get
stuff to your brain. It expands you, right? They
sure.
always say like piano is like smart people play piano. Flute is like a very hard instrument to play, and like all the smart people I knew always played flute because they were just able to understand how it was, right? So music in general does stuff to your mind.
I agree. I think it's the same with fucking like, well, it's you don't even have to create music to have it like influence your mind.
Yeah.
Like I think you can just like be taken away. I do think you have to be in the right space. Like I don't think it. Like I do think you have to receive it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just be heard something. Like we're gonna get to like we're gonna show or give each other songs to listen to.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
And
yeah.
like I want to do that, and I'm thinking I got a couple lists of songs that I was like thinking of what I should like get you to listen to, and I don't know. Like when I'm trying that, I'm going like fuck. I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking about it too much, and like what kind of responsibility do I have in this? Do I send him like strong political songs? Do I send him important songs? Do I send him just great like party songs? Do I send, and then like my buddy Rick says, just send songs that you like.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be like that. I'm looking at the whole record of songs, and so fuck, what do I start him off with? Right? And just like fucking yeah, like this, like why do I so like that's not up for me to decide.
Yeah.
Right? That's just for you to decide and just
'Cause
say
you
fucking
can't
like,
control what I
he
like.
said the best songs for me to make you listen to, because I'm never going to know if you've heard some of these or not.
Yeah.
You're going to give me songs that are like newer generally, but it'll just be so there's I don't know. I think there's more of a chance that you're going to have heard the songs that I'm going to want you to hear than songs that you're going to give me that I've had a chance to hear.
Yeah.
Because I've had to kind of seek those out more. The other songs have just been around my life for like a lot, like twice as long as you've fucking been around, type of thing. So he said songs that I like first ever heard,
Yeah.
right? Like albums that I first ever had, which
Yeah.
are now like old classic albums.
Absolutely.
And then I have to be ready for you to be like, that's whack.
Yeah.
Like that's like, why the fuck would you ever fucking like? Why is this song 7 minutes? Like I don't know, man. Like, that's what they used to fucking do.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if I would be like. I have to be ready for you to not like songs I love.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't
For
know.
sure.
Yeah, but that's like it's a little bit of heartbreak. Like, oh, like should I not love this song? Like what's up? Like do you get what I'm saying? Like
No, I get what you're saying.
Like it's just like but it's personal.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't let that happen.
No, you just gotta give me whatever.
But and with especially music, like TV shows is even hard enough to do. Like, oh shit. Like you know what I mean? Like fucking like you like that TV show and I don't. Like
Yeah, how do you not like Virgin River? I just can't understand it.
Gotta admit, I never gave it a chance. You're right. I still, how do you not like Virgin River? See, that, like I try to give you some thrift because his advice is usually good, but I think I'm going to draw the line at Virgin River. Okay, like that's where the line, that's where the border stops. I haven't run out of things to watch yet besides fucking Virgin River.
I mean, you might now because
I haven't. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, it's, you would think it would have happened. You would have think I would have even picked up a Lego by now, but no, not fucking not yet.
happening. Okay.
And so
No, I think it'll be good. I think.
no, I agree. Like
yeah.
it would just be like a whole different way to look at it and see why, and just it'll be personal instead of me like, oh yeah, this song changed the world. It'd be like, yeah, this song resonates with me since 1978 because, and whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
go from there. And certain other songs that like I didn't hear this right away, and I had this album when I was like when I was 10 years old, and I just remembered like the popular songs from it, but like this song was like, holy fuck, where was this song? Oh,
Yeah.
I had it, I just don't remember. You
Yeah.
know, like and whatever, one hit wonders type of thing that go by, and it'll. But like yeah, the whole point of the exercise isn't to justify me. Like I don't know, part of it is me thinking that it's like, yeah, tell me I'm right. Tell me this is a good song, right? But I think that's just a me problem. Like I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that. Well, I'm pretty easy because I like a lot of stuff.
No, you are a good person to do that.
Yeah, I like a lot of shit. So, but like, I think you're gonna show me songs I never heard, and I think I'm gonna probably like them.
I think what is good about you is like because you're like brutally honest. A lot of times is you won't be afraid to really tell me what you think.
Yeah, no.
Like not like it's not consequential. You know what I mean? You're not going to be going like. Now that I even just said it like that, you go, oh yeah, this guy's what precious songs. You'll be like, this fucking song's whack, and you'll tell me why, and
Yeah.
I'll be just like, oh, I never really thought of it like that, or you know, whatever.
And
oh
then
no,
you never listen to the song again. What the
I
hell?
might, but that's fine. Like I'm not. But that's me. Like that's because you're telling me. I'm listening to it through somebody else's ears. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I've loved. Like I've talked about before. Like No Life Shack. It's like a fucking that is a crazy guitar solo.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fucking like that. What he's saying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I never cared what the lyrics were. You know what I mean? It was just a rock and roll song to me, and now it's like, oh fuck, brand new ears. with a person you never thought would give it the time of day.
Exactly.
Right? Like he's not supposed to want to hear this song.
Yeah.
But he's got fucking 8 million views on this one video because he listened to fucking a song from 1979 or whatever, right?
Yep.
And I appreciated his input.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to come to it from that. You're not going to want to just shit on it to prove that everything now is better.
Yeah. No.
Right? You have that music appreciation.
Yeah.
Like I think I've talked before. Like it's not some like so I'm trying to share that with you, and I'm going to be a little like whatever vulnerable. I feel like, oh man, you don't like what I like. I don't know how it goes, but it doesn't always be because Tammy and I, we don't listen to the same shit all the time either.
Oh, you don't? Do you guys like the same type of music?
Not like we can, but it's both of us. Like, yeah, I would never make her listen to what I always kind of want to listen to. I have to poppy myself up.
Yeah.
Like no real reason for me to make her want to listen to classic rock. Whenever like an AC/DC song comes on, like she like mocks it because she remembers the videos of the guy with the tight pants, the too tight pants. It's like fucking, that's too much screaming. Like it's too stupid looking. Like it was never part of her hang in fucking high school. So she just thought of those. That's just the stupid heavy metal fucking people. Yeah. So she's never gonna say or whatever, like make her fucking dance to it on a fucking wedding or fucking something, right? Like she's not gonna. No, I refuse. But she reluctantly will hear it. But okay. I'm reluctant. She's got way more reluctant songs that I fucking hate. Like she's like the whole genre of like Depeche Mode and all that kind of.
Oh yeah.
But she doesn't. That's not what she listens to all the time either, right? Like So this is when we do Lego. We'll just listen to newer pop. That's what I told you before.
Yeah.
Like I'll fucking like. I never would have heard like of Post Malone songs or half of Justin Bieber songs or fucking whatever. Like I don't care if it's just Ed Sheeran. I'll just listen to that like together. When we're together in the car, I put on her radio station, which is Chum.
Okay.
And I don't care at all.
Yeah.
And every now and then a song, but I'm not caring. I don't need to put in my playlist. But like I'm at work, I need to either maybe listen to some old school hip hop or some really heavy metal. Mm-hmm. And then I can get through on these other fucking things. I'm like fucking all over the place too. I like fucking, the older I get, like some older songs that like my parents listened to and all that, just fucking like I love the sound of that. Like the band Chicago. Like you're just like an old school band. It's got like fucking the horns and fucking like all that. Like if I would imagine if I gave you one of their songs, you'd be, I think I've heard this before.
Possibly, yeah.
But just be like, this was a pop song. You know what I mean? With the fucking, like, it has like a big band feel, whatever, right? Like just go to that. So it's not Metallica, but it's also like, I can't hear Metallica all day, every day.
Yeah.
I can't listen to fucking old school fucking Biggie all day, every day. Mm-hmm. I got to like throw it around. And I think you're a little bit like that too. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. I'm all over the place.
All right. Well, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This is, I don't have a heart out, so we can fuck. I don't know if I need to give the people more 2-hour fucking podcasts, but we don't have, give a little bit more. You're starting to take a little bit more care of yourself these days.
Yeah. I'm on a diet.
You are. You're
cutting back the drinking again.
What's up with the fucking roller coaster, the yo-yo diet you're always on?
I don't know.
You're up. So how long were you off of a diet for?
Oh man.
And when was include every time you go on a diet? Does it always include drinking less?
Yeah, for the most part.
Start of your diet.
Yeah, you start off with that and see how serious I am before I cut out the drinking. The drinking is
Oh, I see.
Right.
That's second, third.
Yeah.
What's first?
It's usually always carbs. It's always carbs I cut out first.
So what is your carb problem? Like I love sandwiches and I love beer and I love bread and pizza.
Frig, man. I like
mac and
rice, mashed potatoes. Oh God, I love potatoes and mashed potatoes and all kinds of potatoes and French fries, chips. Like that's the real killer. You know what I mean?
That's the first to go.
Yeah, those are always the first to go. Which always seems easier in my mind. It seems easier to do than it is in my mind. Like my mind can never want to like fucking now I'm not gonna eat any chips or eat any fries or anything. But then once I do it, I don't really need the carbs. Like I love enough vegetables that I'm fine with just eating meat and vegetables usually.
It's just like the thought of doing it is harder than actually doing it.
Yeah. Because then what are you going to do?
How long did you think of doing this one before you did it? Like how long do you typically think of doing it before you do it?
This one was like, it was like a week before.
It's not bad. That's pretty easy.
It was like a week before, and like I was talking to Celine about it, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll do it too." And then I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So then we just waited till next groceries, and then once you don't buy it, then you're screwed. And we're already on this like grocery thing where if we don't get what we need on the Saturday when we do groceries, then we're not going back to the store till the next Saturday. So if
You're a grown ass person. How do you fucking maintain that discipline?
it's actually
How do
that
you-
we've been doing that for a long time now, like months.
I'm impressed. Like that's just as hard as the non-diet part.
Yeah,
I get it,
for sure.
but it's just like, I'm. That's hard for me too. Like
Yeah.
just like the idea. Like I've tried to do it. We've tried to do it. Like we've tried to be on a money budget problem. We've kind of like not go to the weed store as much. But you heard me complain about, oh, my weed is like this and that. And like I'm sick of smoking this fucking low grade weed. I need to go back to the
Low-grade
store. How dare you? I'm better than this. And so I've gone more than I would have committed to months ago, saying I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
I've gone more for takeout than I would have considered myself like doing. But like, again, I just used my situation as a thing. Like, oh, I got these tubes in my arm. Like, again, this was just a week ago.
Gotta get
So
Memphis.
I got to go get we go get something to eat on the way home. I got to get Memphis.
Yeah. Had that last week for cheat meal.
Those are the best. As if you like, without those thoughts, without the cheat meal idea, without the weekend,
Yeah.
like I can't go through the week or whatever. So I've been letting my, let's see, I'm kind of hard. I think I'm a little bit too hard on myself. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to be on a better
Diet?
schedule for myself right now.
How so you said like
I haven't been on the scale ever like for 6 weeks
you haven't gone on the scale at all?
because I can't do it. I'm not
Doesn't
doing anything
matter.
about
What if
it.
not- what if it hasn't moved? Then you're like,
I know
oh,
it has. 'Cause
okay.
I can tell the size of my shirt. Like I know, and from what I've been eating, like I'm still trying to be my best, like do a good job. But
But remember, this is what you didn't want to do, right?
I've said this. This is why I'm saying it out loud. Like I've let I didn't want that opportunity to like go the way it has this first like 6 months. And but I use like this infection part is like a setback. Like I haven't been able to do as much as I thought I'd be able to. And that's fine. Like I'm trying to do more exercises as much as I can and be told like I can push myself a little bit more. But like the food part, like it's just, I haven't removed all the bad fucking things.
Yeah.
And I've also used the ability to like, for her, I've tried to cook a lot of meals while she's been gone, like at work and doing things. And we've done it like a couple times. I'm not as bad as I'm standing like here like now, but I've used the opportunity to get takeout more than I should have in a way.
What's the takeout of choice?
Unfortunately, it's just usually McDonald's because it's the fastest.
Yeah.
I had Harvey's on Thursday. Or no, I had Harvey's on Wednesday.
Oh man.
I had but not even these. Just told you we'd be going to the fucking Circle K and getting slushies.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have that sugar in me for so long.
Oh yeah.
Like I just didn't need. I can go without it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, hey, that's a fucking treat. You want to go treat ourselves to that? So I'm not put my mindset into that.
Are you planning to? You're just like, right now. Fuck it.
Yeah. No. I'm not going to go the whole time like that. Like I don't know. I don't know what. I think. Yeah, like I need to be told that I can go back on even the exercise bike. Like I haven't been able to go. I've been told that I think I could have gone on the stand up like exercise bike, like the normal one. But I got the sitting down one type of bike or whatever, which I thought was better. But my last physio appointment, she said no, like not yet. It's like my new exercise was like the steps and these other ones. So if I can barely do a stair. Like, what am I talking about here? Like, I can't do much more cardio.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, but now that's just me making an excuse. I hear it and I say it. So I don't know. I'm not planning on being like the whole way, but I already have to admit that I've let myself go more than I thought.
Can you walk around the block?
No, like I haven't wanted to do that yet. Like I don't know how much I'm protecting myself from doing shit like that and not doing it. Like I want to start walking without the cane.
Yeah.
Right. But I just don't like how stupid is it me for not to keep the cane with me just in case I fucking need it.
Yeah.
When we went to the X last time, I didn't sit in the wheelchair. I just pushed all our stuffies that were in the wheelchair for the last little bit. And it was like a struggle. And I still get to use the wheelchair like as a walker or whatever. But it was like a fair walk and I was sore from it afterwards. Mm-hmm. So I can't really do much in the exercise part of it. And so, but I'm not eating fucking salads every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm not eating fucking, like I'm eating bread. I'm eating fucking like air fryer fries. You know what I mean? Like I'm going out every now and like probably getting takeout like 3 times a week.
Miss air fryer fries.
Yeah, sorry. I'm bringing that. But I'm like, I'm not going to fucking regret it while I'm doing it.
No,
I could
you
feel
can
that I
enjoy
should
it.
have like gone the other way, but I might have been fooling myself.
Regret it after, I guess.
No, I can always just get like back on it. Like I've talked a bit about like, so like you're doing better for your future self. You said like,
I'm afraid
you don't
to
want
be
people
dependent.
don't want people to take care. And I hate that too.
Yeah.
Like I'm slowly, when I had the fucking IV thing in my arm, I had to be even more dependent on her.
Yeah.
And I hated it. Like, it's not because she's bad at it. She don't want to do it, but just like, I don't want to make her have to do these things and make me like dress me. Like, God fucking forbid. Like I hate this. I see these people in these, like the Paralympic games with wheelchairs. Like, how many of these people can fucking clean themselves?
Oh yeah, I saw a guy doing the high drop with one leg.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was fucking great.
It's like, what the fuck?
He's there with both his
With both
crutches,
things,
takes the one off. Yeah, I
And
saw
I'm
that
like,
yesterday.
I thought
too.
he was gonna do it with the one crutch. This
No,
guy,
I knew he wasn't.
I'm like, holy.
I do. So I looked at that. Go, look at me complaining about my one. Like, it's so inspirational, and I
Yeah.
see that's mostly what it is. That's why I use that. Like, watching these people. Like, there's no way to feel fucking sorry for myself at all. But like I said, when it comes to food, like it's just very hard to fucking make that decision. Once you make the decision and you do it. But I haven't removed all the things from my house. I have done the best I can, right? Like, I do need to just eat normal stuff. I've just not been as great as I can be. But like whatever. Like, I thought it was going to be easier to be better. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, other than just like the exercise part. Like, I can't, I'm not even able to go on the ground and do like a push-up yet. You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
Well, I don't know, Brian. Like, I
What
can't.
the hell?
I might be able to.
No, but
I-
they haven't told you.
they
is
haven't
what you're
told me.
saying. Yeah.
Like, I've only go to one physio for 20 minutes every month.
Yeah.
I remember I said I need to go there. I need to see my doctor. Like I said, like the second I was starting to feel better, then I got this infection.
Yeah.
And so I can't, like, I'm fucking tubes and fanny packs and all that. Like, I can't do fucking shit.
Pink fanny packs.
Yeah, I'll take a fucking pink fanny pack. You know, you can put a lot of stuff in there. They're kind of convenient. You know, I kind of miss the fucking convenience.
I was thinking, like,
Put
what
joints
would
in
Jay?
there.
I was gonna say Jay would put weed in there. Like, you can't fit a beer can in there. What would you
I can fit a
put
fucking,
in?
but
You
maybe not a
can?
tall boy. No, you
Huh,
can't.
I was like,
You'll
what
get
would
warm.
Jay do? That's the first thing I thought of when you told me you have a fanny pack. You showed me the picture. I'm like, huh.
How many joints can he fit in there? I know his wallet can't fit in there.
Exactly. Well, that's for sure.
I would be able to use it as my wallet to fucking put things fucking in there. I don't know what I fucking put in there, man. My phone could go in there.
Oh yeah.
My keys.
We should just carry fanny
We
packs.
should fucking make work-related fucking fanny packs. Not gonna.
I would never wear it, but
So now we can't. If you're not going to endorse our product, we can't.
No, we
so,
can't, yeah.
So I'm proud of you for like starting to think of your future self again. Like, but like even you got to admit, like it's not a ongoing thing for you.
no,
It is a
I'm
like
gonna
a
fall
lifelong.
off. I'm gonna fall off, but
I see you saying your motivation of not wanting to be dependent on something, but it's still, I don't know how much of that is because I know you see her stepdad, but like how much of that is seeing me?
not much because
I don't know if
I don't think of you as like an old guy. Like I see like my stepdad, he's freaking in his 70s and doing
No, I
his
know.
shit, right? So like I see the stark difference that Selena's stepdad's in his 70s and he's really struggling, and my stepdad freaking got COVID and went on a ventilator for like, he was in the hospital for like a month, and then he's came back out and he's still perfectly fine doing all the shit.
So happy to
he's-
hear that, man.
So I'm like, which one do I want to be?
I think you're always like a bit of luck is involved for
Yeah,
any of
for
these
sure.
fucking things, but you
For
don't
sure.
want to be sitting back going fucking, oh man, like should I have like I don't want to be back at that fucking hospital 20 years from now
Well, yeah. Well,
thinking, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like how much better of shape could I have been in?
well, actually, you are part of it. You are part of it because you used to tell me about Tammy's dad and being like how if he would have just done X, Y, Z, he would have been able to do X, Y, Z.
Yep.
And I remembered that, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, now what am I gonna do? Am I gonna look back and say, frick, that one time I just didn't take 6 months off? Even if I don't do it forever, like people have the whole lifestyle, I'm pretty sure 6 months of eating properly and doing it will not make me gain 20 extra pounds that I would have gained when I'm just being horrible. Because then when I'm being horrible, I've been noticing I really am getting old because weight goes up quickly now and doesn't come off quickly anymore.
It's a curse. Yeah. You're always going to have that going, but I do like that you recognize, like, even where you're coming from, you don't want to lose what you've already done.
Yeah.
Right? Like you see that, you've heard me. I've used her dad as that example too. And every time I do my exercises, I think of him in a way like, I wonder what would happen if he did it.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, like I'm. It's the last thing I want to do is the way I saw him handle that situation. And I think I'm being a little bit too hard on myself when I say that's not what I'm doing. I am taking a little bit of advantage by not like making sure I have salads every day and making sure this and that, but I haven't done the work to make sure that we've kind of tried, right? Like it's just not easy for us to get out of the way of our eating habits.
Oh, it's fucking hard.
And that stuff, but I'm making it harder. Like I'm making excuses for it too when I say it, but like it's just like I said, I do so now it's just a process. Like I could be doing more, but like I said, like when I was trying to do the exercise and I hurt myself a little bit more, it's just like I sound like such a pussy and it's not making me be my David Goggins self, but it's just like, fuck, like I don't want to just do myself a push-up and then something happens and I have some regression and I go back to the doctor, say, you know what, or the physio, yeah, I thought I could do that. They go, well, why would you do that? We never, I'm not clear to drive.
Yeah.
Like I can't move. So I got to realize that I do all my exercises, like all 30, like instead of 3 sets of 10, which is the same thing. I do 30 of them in a row. Mm-hmm. I do the one set in like just like these heel slides. I do them in bed before I get out. And now I add this little leg kick to it and I feel just like fucking, yeah, and then I'm done. So what I kind of want to do is just like, can I do these again in the afternoon?
Yeah, make a half set.
Whatever it is. But I want to ask somebody. Mm-hmm. And the second, oh, there you go, buddy. You just give yourself the afternoon off.
Yeah.
Right? Now you don't have to do it because you think you have to ask somebody. David Goggins wouldn't have asked anybody.
No.
He would have just go fucking do it. And I feel regret or like, you know what I mean? Like doing my future self a disservice by not being that David Goggins-y about it. Mm-hmm. But also, like I said, like I'm going up steps at a time. Like I gotta recognize, I'm gonna baby myself into fucking recovery. Like, and part of that is having tasty treats, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But I also gotta tell you, like I had a lot of beer yesterday, but for the most part, like I'm only having like a couple beers a night. Like I'm not like going crazy. Like and having tons of everything,
like a case a night.
I just haven't removed all these kind of bad things. Mm-hmm. I have to do my exercise when I first get it, and then I have to like stifle myself. Okay, like how long can you go before you can eat? You want to eat something? Mm-hmm. I got all the fucking bread there, all the fucking stuff to make something. It's like fuck, I could just eat all day, every day, everything, and just like okay. So if we I put a crock pot in for chicken, but it'll be like so. I'll have like a bun of bread with it, like whatever. Like I'm kind of trying. I'm just not on the bandwagon fully.
Yeah.
But I recognize it, and I'm recognizing my future self. And like when I might have said before, I for sure said it to you. When I was in the little pit lane of the hospital, getting ready for my operation and feeling good about myself, I didn't realize how good my exercises were going to help me. But I just saw people that were way worse off than me, like people that were wheezing and couldn't breathe properly.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that with like my smoking joints and all that. Like that's. I need to really kind of think about that, and it's not a promise I can keep right now. But just like, fuck, can I ever just go to maybe like whatever, like smoking like one joint a day and like vaporizing the rest, or just edibles? Like I've had edibles, you know what I mean? Like there's something
edibles,
but like I like smoking.
Yeah.
But I don't like smoking to be that wheezy guy in the other end of the pit lane. 20 years from now in the hospital where there's no going back.
Yeah.
There's no going back. You use your dad. Smoking wasn't a part of it, but eating and the feeling sorry for himself and doing that, and accepting people taking care of you so easily. It's just like, yeah, I don't have that shit yet. Right? Like, but how long do you go before you start, like, you know what I mean? Like feeling sorry. So,
and then you don't even realize when you're there.
You don't.
Yeah.
You see it later.
Yeah.
Right? Like you see it later. Right? Like, and it's not anybody else's that needs to give me the validation. Like I said, like I realized like all the push-ups, everything helped me recover. And now I'm scared, like, shit, how confident am I going to be to build up my other leg before I get my other hip done? Yep. Never mind like the work and the money and other things like that. Like just taking care of myself. Like what kind of work do I got to do to be able to be operated on? The recovery is way harder than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. I was told this and that, and it's not like the worst thing. But it's just like the ice machine, the infection, the dependent on somebody else, like these other thoughts. You know what I mean? Like,
but from the outside, it seems like it's going a lot quicker than some people would expect.
I don't know. I
'Cause,
bet
like,
you think.
I was talking to Marcel at work, and he was like, "Oh, so how's Jay? Oh, how's Jay? Have you talked to Jay?" And I was like, "Yeah. He was at the house, like and stuff." He's like, "Oh, how's he doing?" I'm like, "He's going upstairs." He's like, "He's going upstairs already?" And I'm like, "This was like I told you about this before."
Yeah, but he
this
doesn't
guy.
know what timeline it is.
Yeah, but you know when people have you have a mindset when you say somebody got hip replacement. You know what I mean? Is you don't imagine it's going to be weeks before you're walking up the stairs. Like when before I heard of people knew someone personally getting hip replacement, I thought you were out for months. I thought you would be in bed for at least a month. You know what I mean? And then when I seen Selena's mom's boyfriend have hip replacement surgery, and this guy was like walking and stuff like within a week, like walking with a cane like up, I was like, holy! I'm like, is it really that quick? So I think it may seem harder from the inside because it probably is. You're having infections, that's obviously annoying. But I think that infection, like you said, set you back, and you're still. Like you just said, I seen you walk up a step without doing 2 foot on like 3, 4, 5 steps.
Don't tell him. I'm going to get in trouble.
I mean, you would never do anything like
I was
that
showing
to
off.
jeopardize your thing. But you could do it.
Yeah.
And you were just telling me before that, like, you were afraid to go up the garage steps because you would fall, and like you want to brace yourself and like about failing. Like when it fails, what do you do, right?
Yeah.
So, but you can do it.
No, you're right. I know those things. Then so I'm moving on to how could I, like, whatever. I'm just saying it out loud, trying to sound like a better person. Like, I could have done those other things. But then I could just say, you've already done enough. And then so it's easy to go get a slushie.
True.
And fucking McDonald's fries.
True.
Right? And just keep doing the fucking thing can't be doing, you know what I mean? Like, it's when I go to put a t-shirt on, oh shit.
Yeah.
What is that fucking t-shirt? Who shrunk my t-shirt? It's like, no, dude, no, you shrunk your t-shirt.
Yeah.
And so I've been on that yo-yo, but that's not, I don't think I'm ever going to change. Like, that's never going to not be hard to do.
Yeah.
I do think I can see myself when I know it's like my last month or whatever to go, right? Like in a couple weeks. And I'm not saying it like this is the worst thing to say. Yeah, no, I'll do it soon. I could see once everything starts to become a little bit more easier. Like once I'm able to drive myself, like I'm still not able to drive. And so.
And you can drive for the fries.
No, I can drive for the salad. I can drive for the fucking shit. I can drive for the good stuff.
It's cheat meal day.
Yeah, like I don't, like I'm not putting it on her, whatever, but just like, it's like, you can only keep asking, like, what do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? We can only go so many times. But just say, fucking, you know what? I'm sick of, you don't know this because you're good at sticking to your budgets and you got the kids and all that. So you don't want to fall in those bad habits. Just like, fucking, yeah, man, let's get something to eat. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, we fucking ordered to skip the dishes yesterday because it was football season and we had more appointments to do and I got my IV out and just like, fuck it.
Celebration.
Let's go fucking have some fucking, fish and chips or whatever.
Yeah. She's
going out tonight for dinner for a friend's birthday and I'm getting, like, so I could have had Memphis today. Could have fucking anything, but I am getting mac and cheese, you know what I mean, brought home. Not good for anything else other than my face, you know? Like, so I'm not there yet. I'm treating myself like in that way, helping myself, whatever, feel good in recovery. And you're right, everything else does feel good. Yeah. I don't feel sorry for myself for all that. And I can't feel sorry for myself if I don't start thinking, I'm aware of my future self. Mm-hmm. This is all too much about me. I started this with you. So you're killing it. You've been back on this for like 3 weeks. Like you do. It's a boost you can't get other than doing that work, right?
Yeah.
Like you might know you've done it years before or said you've done it and I can do it and I'm the type of guy that can do it, but nothing is better than the evidence of the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It makes the beer probably taste really good.
It does.
Makes fucking everything just enjoy. Like I recognize that. I know that. I'm just not ready to like go there.
Yeah.
Even with like shit like work. Like I know that it's good to do something. I don't know, like I don't fucking think I'm even exaggerating. Well, it would take close to a year.
What?
For me to keep doing the same type of thing, other than being fat and not eating properly, and you know what I mean, like learning to be the David Goggins of my body at home type of thing. But the idea of that I am a welder, that's like my identity, like other than like having to do something as a man, as like the rat race. Like all that shit, like it's like not hitting me at all right now.
Okay.
Like it's like so far removed. I hate having to see Tammy have to go to work and do all that. Like now I'm in this position of fucking like nobody should work. What kind of system do we have fucking like living for ourselves? Like welfare for everybody. But I still like things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have had my house without taking care of, you know what I mean? Like having a job and being all that. Like, but the idea of needing a job to feel whole, like to fill me up. Like I got French fries for that. No, like, I mean, that's why I'm filling up that hole with French fries and fucking beer. Like I don't feel lesser than because I don't work.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that means. I think some people have that if they don't work for themselves, right? Like everything I do, I can't work for the man. I can't work for somebody else.
Absolutely.
I've never had that. I would rather work for somebody else because it's a lot harder to make that go. I don't need that. But I think once you do that, and once you've put in that work and the reward of whatever, having your own company or making your own thing, I think it's kind of hard to pull that person back out of that thought.
Yeah.
But I've never had that. But that's why, like the same thing with you and your carbs. It's like, there's a bigger thing than me just liking the taste of beer and French fries right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, like I don't like. But you have a cheat day. You can't like go without for 14 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like you go fucking 6 days and then, you know what I mean? Like, but then you're not as bad. So I can see myself, but when it comes to like work and being part of the fucking cogs of the machine, like I don't see it. Like I'm out of that. I don't miss that at all.
You're not getting bored yet.
I don't miss anything of the social. That might be a little bit off because I can have conversations with everybody from work or do all that. But the idea of being at work doing something, it's not as like I'm not adverse to it, but it's just like I definitely don't miss it. I don't need it in my life at all yet.
Okay.
Other than money. But I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to say something. I don't know.
I can't. I don't think I'd be able to not work for that long.
Why?
I don't know. I just always been like that. I always just needed to be doing something. I don't know why.
But you like doing things at home.
Yeah, I like doing things at home, but at home there's only so much things. Like I remember, like I was looking at my vacation for December, and I have we have our shutdown week, so I'm off the 23rd of December, and I'm back on the 6th of January, and I'm like, shit.
Will I be the same?
No, I think you're off the week. You're off the 24th. You guys leave early, and then you're back the 3rd.
God, this is terrible.
Jay, you just off like sorry. But and I was like, and I remember looking at the calendar. I'm like, okay, so this week will be good because there's Christmas and shit. Okay, so I won't get bored. I'll be doing this. And then I'm thinking and I'm like, fuck, January, like 6 days after New Year's, I'm gonna be back at work. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Are you serious?
I could take down the Christmas tree. Like I could, like that's how my mind works. I'm just like, fuck, like
I'm not even a gamer, and I'm just thinking like I can't even stop playing the one game.
I can't take time.
I can't take the time to fucking just like, okay, let's play a little bit of Spider-Man here. I'm watching all kinds of tennis. You know what? I can put in the tennis game. No. I gotta beat the track. I'm so zoned in, and it's great. Like I can fucking like I'm it's filling my time, but it's like that's what I want to do.
I haven't been grabbed into a game since freaking Power World.
Oh man, see, that was ages ago. Yeah, so that thought doesn't come into your head as a gamer?
No.
Like fucking watching any fucking that's so
No.
There's no self-care in that.
No.
Like you're not doing anything for yourself.
Self-care for me
you seem more selfish to me, and I'm not trying to be bad mouthing you. No. You seem more of a, I think everybody should be this kind of selfish. Like you seem would have more selfish tendencies than like just for wanting to do what you want to do than to see like there's nothing I can do for that amount. Looking at that time, wondering what you can do. Before this situation come up, whenever I want like see that Christmas thing, it goes like, I just look at it and go, that's going to go by so fast. I look at that and I go, okay, so 3 of those days, the years go by, less than the times I think I got to do things. 3 of these days are fucking filled.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. That's going to figure. So I won't be able to sleep in for those days. I won't be able to do this for those days. So what? I only get fucking 4 of them? Wow, that sucks.
What?
And I don't fill them up yet, but I'm just like I said, like, I don't care, like, fucking doing my exercises, getting there and just zoning out, just fucking watching fucking whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, just putting some fucking random, usually it's something to do with fucking some archaeology thing, but it could be fucking America Got Talent or Pawn Stars or fucking, like, God, how much is that Mickey Mantle rookie card worth? Like, I can't wait for the commercial to fucking end and just fucking stare at it and veg. And not care, not have to do anything.
Yeah.
The idea of having to do something is like I fight against.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man.
That's great.
You should ask Selena how stir crazy I get. I start doing just random shit. Like I'll start cleaning the basement. Like I'm just messed up like that. They get very stir crazy after a while.
Is any of it the example you want to show your kids?
I don't know. Maybe it's
I don't
possible.
know. You've never said it like that, but I just would wonder. Like, yeah, my kids can't just see a fucking lazy dad like in a fucking wife beater. You know what I mean? Like just fucking watching
Yeah.
Pawn Stars all day.
I
Like I
don't
got
know.
nobody to impress.
I don't know if that's. I really don't know. I'm just
curious.
It's. I think I need to explore that because I don't know. It's just been. Yeah.
Well, it's not a trait you want to. You know what I mean? Like it would be a trait you would want them not to have.
Yeah,
Like,
but how much of the moment do I miss because, like I do like relaxing. I do like
Doesn't
stuff
sound
like
like it.
that. But like when it comes to like over a certain period of time when it's too long, I just feel like I can't do it.
yeah. See, I'm just telling you what I've just told you now, and I can just do
Yeah.
that. And just go, so I can see where I can do some more exercises in the afternoon. Oh, I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, so I just walk in now. I do the stairs. Like, it's all very small things,
Yeah.
and I get these rewards, and I feel like I said, good about it. But I'm not. So, and I could be alone. I don't mind being alone.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So,
I love being alone.
but you don't sound like it.
Yeah.
Like I thought of that. I knew. I don't know about. I would have said you love to be alone, but I knew you can be alone.
Yeah, I like
Like
it.
like certain people can't be alone.
Yeah, I think those people are weird too.
Yes, but when you say you love to be alone, yet you get bored easy.
Yeah.
I don't know how
When
those
I'm-
two things. Like how do you how can you be bored of yourself?
I don't. I just end up usually when Selena like goes to her mom's and stuff and I'm home by myself, I just end up listening to music. Like that's the only thing I probably veg out to. I just sit in the office over there and just listen to music probably.
So come Christmas time. So the idea of like this, like oh, you know, one of those days I'm just gonna fucking chill out and listen to music.
Yeah, I could probably take one of
One of
those
those fucking
days,
days
but
and have-
everybody's in the house, and so then I'm not alone. So then I have to do stuff. So then it's why I used to take the kids and do drills. It's why I could give the kids challenges and do stuff. I don't know. It's just probably because I just feel like I have to do something.
That's why I brought that up. That's why I
Yeah.
wonder if you think you can't like. You can find the time to fucking hop in there and listen to music for a fucking hour.
Yeah.
I would tell you to bring the vape pen. You know what I mean? I would tell you
Yeah.
to not have a fucking thing and just like really get into it.
Yeah.
That would be great. You're going to find some fucking bangers, like even old school. I'm thinking you're giving me all new school songs and you're going to come up with some fucking old school vinyl fucking that I've never
I got
fucking heard.
some old school
I know you
songs.
do.
I got some new
You
school. I got a whole bunch of
you
shit.
got church jazz from fucking way back there. I
Oh,
know you
yeah.
do. But you don't ever get to listen to it, it sounds like.
No.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like I'm bringing up the same, like I'm not that keen on, like I don't have a music collection or care that much about that. But I could see jonesing for it. Like I said, me just jonesing, doing my little exercises and fucking watching some TV and fucking not having to go to work after fucking 35 years of
I
almost
think
every day.
that's the difference.
Right?
I think that's
and
the
that,
difference.
you know me, I don't care about working for the man or caring.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it's that rat race part.
You're at work all the time. It's not like you miss
And
days and
that's-
shit.
Yeah, and so that commitment, that being that committed, is I'm over that.
Yeah.
I recognize
can
it
see
now.
that.
I recognize it that it needs to be done, but that's why I never had my own business because that's even more of a commitment, right? Like let me prove myself as a fucking skilled laborer and do what you know what I mean? Like just be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I got a fucking. I've always known it, even as coming from like being appreciative, and we got a heart out. We got the well, now we've made ourselves hard out. We have a situation where I still have to do it as a human. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to win the lottery, but
You don't
yeah,
know.
if I do, I won't be going back to work. But at least I know I've made myself as great there. Like I do know that I'm going to be appreciated when I come back.
For
And I
sure.
do, whenever I see a utility truck drive by or do something like that, like there is a pride that I know how to build one of those.
I am excited for when you come back because I remember when Ali was talking when he found out that you were going for surgery and he's like, he's done. He's not going to be the same. I'm excited for you to come back and just be like, oh yeah, be better. And then they're going to be like, fuck.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So I've thought of that too. And now the fact that I still can't go up a stair properly, I'm like, is he right?
No, don't think about that.
I know I
Jay.
got a long way to go.
No.
So by next week, when we get back to the work-related podcast,
Yeah.
I hopefully have some even more stairs I'm going up. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
it.
maybe you'll be doing backflips.
Hey, can I do backflips now, Doc? Well, can you do it before? No? Okay, you can't do them now either.
No, I got a buddy who can teach you.
That guy's got his own problems, okay? He can keep off my backside, all right?
Yeah,
That guy
yeah.
can keep off the fucking backside. Stop talking about your gay shit.
Okay. I want to thank everyone for listening to the Work Related Podcast.
I want to thank everybody that took the time to see my buddy Groot on X for the Work Related Pod.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Brian to show you his AI fucking the nefarious
killing
pictures
myself.
that he's coming up with.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking talk to you guys next week.